is up, man? 2 weeks
I
off.
I know. Uh, Let me switch some
I
stuff around.
I actually had to like
Hey,
reassemble because
all
none of
right.
this was set up. My computer was upstairs, the table was messed. I was like, ah,
It's one of those days we were trying to get done with music in the park stuff,
mm,
and it took longer than I expected. So, welcome to everybody out there. If you're watching, which I hope you are.
be nice.
Let's see. There we go. Oops, not. Yeah, I don't want to mute that one. Okay, so I don't know why does it say I'm not signed in, but
Ooh. Well, now that's a neat little feature that I accidentally found. Huh. I found out that you can you can separate yourself from the StreamYard stream, so that way, yeah, I can still see myself talking on the stream. That's
yeah.
kind of neat.
Let's see here.
I
Let's
like
go
that.
over to VK. See if anybody's live over there. Here we go.
So is it not on the mid states page?
I have to get the link over there to put it to everybody.
Gotcha.
I thought we would be a little bit more ready to go.
No, we don't roll
Yeah, I
like
know.
that. We
I
don't.
know, not at all.
We're never 100% on time or making sense. So it's always rambling. We got four people up in here. I don't know who's.
Okay.
We got nobody
Welcome.
chit chatting. So say something, people. Say hello. So we know who we're hanging with here. I got some boring rippers for the night, but because I got nothing but plastic tire, but there's still good stuff.
Well, I got to get a hold of Rand because I have a car that he's wanting to watch me rip.
Ah, nice.
So I'm gonna send him a link here.
No,
Well, for
you're gonna do it tonight or
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm doing it tonight.
nice.
Okay, there. I got that sent to him, so hopefully he'll pop in. Um, those of you who are watching with us, thank you for hanging out with us. And
Poncho, what up, brother? And just so you know, Poncho, I have found this really pretty 64 Impala. It's blue, really nice car. It is
nice.
it's actually not down here though. It is upstairs with my custom Mercedes that Nick made, my build off car, and Poncho. So you're up there chilling with everybody now. So what up, Nick?
There's the link for those who want to go to YouTube. Hey, we got 8 people in here. I like it. Love it.
What is
Living in
going on?
fast forward.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
so here's what happens when you let puppies get a hold of cars.
Oh, that's toast.
Car is 100% mint, not a problem with it at all.
It's not. It'll have to look like it had a hole in the back of it.
Nope. The
Yeah, no one cares about the plastic.
yeah, no,
But
car's fine.
really,
Couple slobber marks. That's about it.
I mean, it happens. I feel like this thing is super low tonight.
Rand, we're gonna rip this today for you at some point. He sent me this.
Nice.
That's another passion. I had a good mail call from Lesueur's auction the other night. Here, I'll just show it to you like this.
Well, yeah, the shadow looks like it. Yeah. It looks like there's a hole like right in the back window, right above the passenger rear tire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody's. All right,
I
so
don't know why that's on.
let's, we were going to talk about Fremont. We wanted to do a wrap up on that for everybody. We wanted to do it last week, but there were some unforeseen difficulties that prevented that from happening. So again, we apologize to that. Honestly, we haven't really been doing a lot of shows here this summer. Mainly because it's been pretty dry out there, honestly, on the pegs, and we're trying to prep for Fremont too as well. And I think it's time to get back into it. So we definitely need some more guests, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I think we might have to step it up a little bit.
Yes, definitely. So let's get into Fremont. All right. We're going to give each our own impressions, and then we'll take your guys' comments, because I know, Pancho, you were there, and so was Nick. And anybody else that is watching along with us that wants to chime in, please do so, whether you're out on whichever platform you're on. So we're going to start it off with myself. I was happy with the number of people. We didn't break our record, but we were pretty close. We were 9 people away. We ended up with 306. I'm happy, but yet at the same time, more is always better, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, how are you? Completely blown away with the space. I mean, it was like walking into a canyon almost. There was so much space in there.
Mm-hmm.
Having the big alleyways helped with people getting in and out. Having the multiple doors helped people getting in and out. I thought those were also great things. Lee Allen definitely was awesome. I mean, he got to relax. He got to walk around and say hi to folks. And, that he doesn't get to do that very often. I think he's, very structured with his time, and he ends up in one place and one place only. Is there room for improvement? Yes, there's always room for improvement, but I think that improvement is really minor in terms of what those details that need to be adjusted. So those are kind of like a technical standpoint. I think the prices were great.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make an adjustment to that, because I think, and I'll let you expand on it, because it was your point that you made about the RLC prizes.
Oh, we're gonna split it up, I think, next year, and
Yeah.
let people, so that way more people can win. So I think that's what we're gonna do, because we'll probably, hopefully, find some goodies in St. Louis this year, and then we'll be able to do the same thing we did this year, but instead of just having one winner that gets 7 prizes, we're going to be able to maybe do 6 or 7 winners, or 10 winners, or 20 winners, depending on how many cars we have lined up for it. So that way we could just spread that wealth just out over the whole community that's there at the time. So
Yeah. So the other thing is this something that you guys would like us to do again? The feedback that I've heard so far from the other admins and from some of the comments I've seen on pages and some of the things that were shared with is the overwhelming sense of, yes, we want to do this again.
mm-hmm.
So that's our intention. Details, we don't have those yet. We're close, but we don't have them. So I really don't want to go
we can't
into it more.
We can't give away everything right now. We gotta keep a few things underneath our hat for right now. So
okay, so I've given my overall input. What was your thoughts, Brent?
overall, it was great. We definitely learned a lot from the setup, and that we figured, we underestimated how many tables we could get in there. So that's on us. But now we now know this, and we'll add more tables next year. And it flowed really well. The doors were great. In and out for setup and disassemble was great. We had great people that were helping us. It was just an overall great experience. There's a few tweaks that we're going to do for hopefully next year, and just kind of keep rocking it as we were. We'd like to see some more people enter those custom contests. It's a really fun time. Um, we just need to have some. We want to get some more people racing. The scavenger hunt was a huge hit with the children. The kids had a blast, and I had a lot of fun because I was one of the things you had to find. So that was kind of fun that I was able to participate in the scavenger hunt. And there was so many little kids that they don't know me that well because I'm normally stuck behind the table selling. But it was nice to be able to interact with a lot of the kids and to be able to give out that sticker. And it was just a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see what we can come up with for next year.
Yeah. Okay. I put a question out there. I'll let people look at it and put their thoughts in there. I think the build off was, I was disappointed only in the fact that we didn't have more people participate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Corey Scorpion. Oh, good Lord.
Yes, that was amazing.
It was a great piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up with little turds like this.
And see, mine's upstairs on display, so I can't grab mine or Glow's because hers is up there as well.
So I think for me, it was kind of hard because I'm just sitting there. Where's the hammer? Can we get this smashed already?
And now you're stuck with it.
Now I've got to look at it. It's ode to Mr. Alvarado there. So if he ever gets to watch this, he'll get to see it.
Tons and tons of sparkles.
Yes, lots of sparkle. The scavenger hunt was by far one of the best things that up there. And I think the other major highlight was Lee and how accessible he was to everybody and how personable he was to everybody. I think those two things were the two big yeses from the show. I also, like he said, he felt like he was spoiled, and he really truly believes that. I also think he's a trooper because, he was in pain that entire weekend, and he's just sitting there like you couldn't tell. So hats off to him for stepping in and helping out and just being a great guest. So, I can't speak enough about Lee and Angela and what they did for us. If you missed out, I'm sorry. We will. Yeah, we do. We're going to try to get more people to participate in the show, just coming to the show. There was some feedback that people couldn't find information about it.
What's up, Dave?
We're going to try to improve on that. We found out that there's some pages for the county fair and for the event venue itself that we can post to that people follow. And really, to make this thing go, it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us as club leadership. It's going to take all of us as members to get out there and talk to other members, encourage them to come, reach out to other clubs, because we did have, amazingly enough, this is another great thing that I had posted about earlier. I apologize, I missed a couple places. We had folks from New Mexico, Arkansas, Kansas, obviously Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin there too. That's a great representation. Now, if it's 1 or 20, it doesn't matter. somebody from that state was there.
Mm-hmm.
And, the feedback was very, very positive. I looked to Jimmy Wilson's comments saying how excited he was to finally get to meet Lee and just the kind and hospitality that we showed as a club. So that's a hats off to everybody there. And then Mr. Poncho coming all the way from New Mexico, helping us Friday night was set up along with some of the folks from the Kansas group as well. So definitely, there was a lot of help and we could use some more in certain areas. That's no joke about that, but we want to make things better for you. I think the two things we want to improve on is getting more people through the door, and making sure we have plenty of tables, because we were literally turning people away because we weren't sure we would have enough room, and we grossly underestimated that. So,
but that's what happens. Fault. It's a learning curve, and we will make it bigger and better next year. And, it'll be just a great time, and I'm looking forward to it. And that's the best I can say on that one. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten into that yet as well, Reagan. So we needed to talk about that. In fact, someone had actually messaged me about another T-shirt idea that once I get more information, we'll share with everybody. But yeah, what did everybody think about the T-shirts? That's a great way to transition into that, Reagan. So again, put your comments up there. I think it definitely made it easier to find the admins for sure. That blue color definitely stood out from the traditional black. The other thing was that they actually felt cooler to wear than the black ones. That's just
my only downside with light colors is if I get hot, things get transparent a little easier. So I sweat when I'm hustling. So, I had my lanyard on and I had a square that was underneath the lanyard. So, because that hot plastic was just sitting there all day long. So yeah, I had a sweat square. That's the only reason why I'm not a huge fan of light colored stuff, is because I get hot and you sweat and there you go. So other than that, yeah, I liked that color a lot.
The design is cool because it had all the club cars in there that are getting ready to be rolled out, with the exception of the wagon, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. I know that we had said we'd post about that in about a couple of weeks, so we just need to fine tune how we're going to do it, and then when we do, we'll let you know, because we do have folks out on the East Coast and in the Southwest that do want that car, and we want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to try to purchase it. So again, any other comments on the shirts? I want to make sure that we get as much input on that, because this is something that y'all as a club asked for. So we want to make sure everybody gets their inputs in, and then it looks like we're going to go with this design. So we'll get you.
We'll make sure that you're on that list, brother.
So it looks like we're going with the design. So this is going to be the next shirt for the foreseeable future. So if you're wanting to add to your collection, you are more than welcome to. And as soon as we get the information for ordering, we'll get that put out to everybody as well. So yeah, Pancho, we'll get you one, whether it's the new one or if we have to find some of the other ones as well. Okay. So what else did you?
No, Dave. I'm going to send a comment on that real quick, Dave. I do not believe that we are going to retire it, but we're just going to add some more colors and stuff like that. So we're definitely not going to retire the old girl.
No. this is just something new that, the club members had wanted. And so we want to make sure.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought now.
Yeah, same here.
Puppies.
Yeah, the girls got to meet humans today.
But they haven't met humans before today?
Not a lot of them.
Ah.
We took them to the bank function tonight, so they were having a good time.
Oh, Lord.
They were well behaved.
Nice.
I was like,
even you seem worried about just saying that.
I was very worried that they would not behave themselves at all. They sat and they let people pet them. They let the babies come and kids come, and they were just really, really good. They didn't try to steal everybody's food. So that was really awesome. I was happy with that.
Very nice.
Okay. Any other feedback from the Fremont show for anybody? Any positives, any negatives? I mean, we'll take both. I mean, I know I had heard the hot dogs were a little lukewarm, and they were trying to get them. Picture of the new shirt. I think we have it floating around somewhere. We can probably get it. I'll talk to Terry because I think she has them. We can get them put out just so that people see what they look like. Other than that, I think really there hasn't been too much, going on in the world of Hot Wheels since then.
It's been calm for the last 2 weeks.
I'm
not gonna lie, it has been really, really calm, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of nice. What next weekend is?
We're going on the road.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the south again.
Yeah, so, we're going south.
And where are we going again? I can't remember.
We are going to Topeka, Kansas, to the Capital City Diecast Club show out
that's right. I remember
at the mall. In fact, I don't have the picture for the flyer, but I'll get it. I'm sure Brian will post another one again here in the next couple of weeks. They do have a couple of tables left. I think they're $20 each for the tables. If you've never been down there, and we haven't, so this will be a new experience.
I'm always up for new places. I'm kind of excited about going and checking out somewhere new. So
I'm told that Carl from the Mocan Club is going to be there, along with Alan Diltz is going to be there, and Andrew Bates is going to be there as well. I don't know who all else from that group is coming. Maybe Steve Riddell and his lovely wife are going to be there. As far as us, our next show obviously is the Halloween show, hence why we rotated to the Halloween banner or logo there. We're going to do that up in Norfolk again, and then Christmas will be down in Elmwood. So that will close out our year for us. Then we'll have new dates getting posted again. And when we do, we'll make sure we update those on the page and get new cards for everybody to send out. What do you like about going to the Norfolk show, Brent?
Well, I mean, I don't get up to Norfolk very often anymore. It seems like, because we used to run up there a lot, and we're not up there as much anymore, which is sad. I mean, I do like to come up and hang out at your house for every once in a while. The only downside in my personal mind is those wee-woo things that chase after you for illegal violations that they don't like. So I have to come in to the Norfolk area underneath the cover of darkness. So, but that's that's my fault, But other than that, there's like the one downside. And the worst part about it is I've been driving up there for almost what,
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, and I've only ever had one problem. So, hopefully hopefully that problem will not continue to happen. So, but yeah, that other than that, I love the view of that facility. It's just something different when you can sit at a table and just have almost completely 360 panoramic views of the town, or the what would that be?
Neighborhood.
The area that's outside the windows, and you can watch traffic driving around. And it's really funny when they're like one year when it was snowing and stuff, you could
Yeah.
see the snow flying, and it's just kind of neat to be able to get to a venue where you're not in a closed, dark space. That place is so bright and so I don't know how to say bright and shiny, but it's not shiny, but it's very, very bright and well lit. And there's so much sunlight that gets in that it's just a great, small, quaint venue that I'm glad we have. It's one of my favorite shows because it's a little bit smaller. You're not squished together and trying to fight over stuff, and it's more of a laid back show. It's a more fun, relaxing event. So I really do enjoy that one a lot, and I'd like to see more people come up and check it out.
Yeah, now that you mentioned relaxed event, there's something I wanted to go back and touch on from Fremont, and we hadn't touched on it yet, and that was the racetrack. You know,
Yes, we did. Well, I mentioned that they're racing, but yeah, we need to. Yeah, we forgot about those. That awesome job that Reagan, Kent, and Terry did, and with Braxton's assistance, and I mean, them kids were having a blast, and so were some of the adults. I unfortunately did not get a chance to make it over there. I was gonna run my Night Rider against my NXS, but I forgot one of them, so I did not even bring them out. So, but yeah, and then it was definitely a good time.
yeah, Kent and Reagan and Terry did a great job with the track. They got even Milo to start talking. And I think the highlight for Reagan. I'm not speaking for Reagan, but um, definitely felt like that was one of his highlights for Milo and Reagan, because they were just got going in a conversation from what I heard, and they were having a good old time. I think the scavenger hunt also helped too, because it
Yeah,
made the kids
Milo had to talk to
participate.
me too, so he didn't want to, but he did, and I'm glad he got to, and so it was, yeah, he's a good kid.
We want to see more of that type of interaction with both parents and the kids, and even more so the adults. I mean, if we could get it to where we could start points racing, or just even bracket racing, I would like to see that happen more. I think Kent has done a great job getting the track to where it's at, and getting the participation to be fairly consistent, but we need to grow it. And anybody that goes out there to support Kent and Reagan and Terry with that portion of it deserve, they should do it. I mean, myself included, because they work hard on it, and it's a lot to break that track apart. They built it themselves. They did a great job with it, and they should get some recognition for it, and they need to get more people out there doing it. So that was another thing that I thought went really well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Well, we haven't talked about any of the RLC sales lately, because honestly, they've been pretty
Not
smooth.
Yeah, I mean they have been smooth. I thought you were saying like there hasn't been like that good of one lately. I'm like, I got a Nissan pickup upstairs that is amazing.
You mean that
um,
one?
Hold on. Which one?
This one that I haven't opened yet.
Oh, you haven't even opened it yet. Yeah, it's a great truck. They did an amazing job on that thing. Mine are actually up upstairs. You'd think they'd be on the wall behind me, but it is not made it home yet. But um, I know, and like the Bronco that just went up for sale the other day, it's still for sale. I think it's cool. It reminds me of the old school days of Mr. Senior, Dale Senior, that is, Mr. Earnhardt driving the Wrangler's car back in the day, and it was one of
It
my
was
favorite. What was one of my favorite paint schemes that he ever had. So
it
that
was
I
blue
really,
and yellow.
yeah, but I mean, it was still a Wrangler though. That's what I was getting at. Um, but let's see, I'm trying to think of what's coming up next. Let's see, let's pull this calendar up here. We have got, oh yeah, next week, 1961 Lincoln Continental suicide door convertible. And that is on Tuesday the 13th. And I have not seen a picture of this one yet, but there is a Matchbox 1970 510 rally car,
Yeah.
followed by the absolute showstopper, the destruction of all. It will be the hottest and hardest sale of the entire year, I would guess. On Tuesday, August 20th, is the 1991 GMC Typhoon
Oh, that's going to be a
in
mess.
black. That's going to be a mess. You are 100% right, Kent. It's going to be rough. And the only thing that makes me a little bit easier is I know I'm getting one for sure.
Is that an overdrive?
I hope the heck it is. I have not seen if it's an overdrive yet. Let me see here. Because normally we get it a couple days ahead. I'd have to check my email. But yeah, there hasn't been a. I think the last thing that was the heavy hittest was the Optimus Prime, and the Chameleon Skylines were up there pretty
Yeah.
quick. But other than that, it's been, yeah, you're
It's
not
been,
wrong. It's been a little slower, but that just scares me because that means that they're starting slow and they're about to start robbing our wallets right before Christmas. So,
so when you're done, I want to talk about this too, because this was a nice little conversation that Nick and Pancho were having with that young customizer, and it was great in the sense that Nick and Pancho were sharing their knowledge, and this young man was absorbing it. He wasn't disrespecting either one, and he wasn't, just, oh yeah, I already know that, or playing the
mm-hmm.
I know everything. It was really cool to watch the interaction between the two. I didn't hear everything, but what I got out of it was a sense of someone that was wanting to learn and someone that was wanting to listen, and two people that were willing to teach and share and give information. So that was really awesome to, see. And hats off to all three individuals who participated in that little conversation. It wasn't long. It was maybe 15, 20 minutes, but it's those little moments. It's Milo, breaking out of his shell, having a good time, talking to people. It's this here with Pancho and Nick and the young customizer. That's one of the good things that I'm taking away from the show, for the most part, or
Mm-hmm.
for all of it. That's really what I wanted to see, and I was very happy with. So that was really cool to see that part. And Pancho, thanks for bringing that back up. I mean, I kind of forgot about that
Yeah,
actually.
and that's the one downside is it is hard to remember everything that goes on at these shows. So, we apologize if we forget something or miss something. Feel free to reach out, let us know if we missed something, or if you saw something that you really liked or something that you didn't like, let us know so we can make it a better experience for all. I heard, we need this information, so let us know.
Awesome. That's awesome. Let's see what else was up there. I mean, we got convention coming up. I mean, for LA.
You got convention coming up.
I know. Let's not rub.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm still taking your butt to the airport, and I'm gonna joyride your car all week. So,
well, I got new tires on the pickup.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna drive that down here.
I might. I want to get it out on the road and actually get to find out. It got an alignment. It got new tires.
But see, if you bring that, then I have to put my truck outside for a week because we're not gonna let the cool stuff sit out in the rain or whatever may happen.
Exactly.
So I'd have to lose my own garage. So no, bring the Acadia.
So yeah, conventions coming up.
And they've released 2 cars already for that convention.
Did they? They released 2 or just 1?
2. There was the yellow Porsche and the purple 34 Ford.
Oh, that's right.
With the opening doors, I believe it has.
That's right.
Actually, I don't think I've ever opened one of those Fords.
So
new mission.
Here's my thing. I'm going on a budget. So I am really interested to see what I can do. I think I'm going to have less than $1,000 to play with of walking around money. That does not include food or hotel or anything or convention cars, just $1,000 to walk around with. And I want to see how I can do. I'm really interested to see if I can come up with some good stuff and not have a lot of money to play with. I think it's gonna make me kind of pick and choose,
Mm-hmm. Won't be able to go full on just squirrel mode. Like, I'm gonna buy all of this.
Yeah. So the other thing is I want to do it and show us like, hey, look, when you if you get the chance to go to St. Louis, you don't need $3,000 to go blow.
Mm-mm.
You can do it for, $1,000 to $1,500. But I just kind of want to see what that's going to be like. I haven't had that type of experience where I truly don't have as much funds to play with.
And see, when I went to LA in 2018, I think I had 1,600 with me when I left, and I think I brought back 900. So that's what? I spent $700 the entire time I was in Los Angeles at that show. And my suitcase was stuffed. It wasn't, like the backpack was stuffed, the carry-on was stuffed, there was stuff in my luggage. I mean, it was just, I kept it to the carry-on. So it can be done. I mean, like I said, I went and I had an absolute blast. $700 is all I spent. And I came home with some amazing pieces.
The thing I remember the most about LA as far as like luggage goes is I had to give Wayne from Baltimore my blue backpack because you don't remember that?
Not really. That was like 6 years ago. I'm a little slow.
So I had to literally give him my backpack so he could have it as a carry-on to get all of his stuff because he won that big old thing of wheels and he won that Neo Classic set in the drawing.
I do remember that now. Yeah.
He was like, I don't know, I'm not going to have enough room, and he was like overweight, and this is all pre-pandemic, so it was different rules and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was way overweight, and I just remember that portion of it and going, I don't know how I'm going to get all this back, and he made it work somehow. I don't quite know. But he made it, and it was kind of fun to watch. Let's see. I don't have any comments over in here or on that one. So
No one
again,
likes to talk to us. Just kidding.
So as we continue to go through this, that was one of my highlights from LA that year. I am going to stand in lots of autograph lines this year too, because Larry Wood doesn't go to the other convention now, so
Nope.
he just stays home, and rightfully so. The guy's close to 80, if not over 80. So any opportunity to get autographs from him, I'm going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mentioned Larry, that made me think of a question I had put out there to everybody. Who would you guys like to see come in the future if we had the opportunity to bring somebody out again? I know somebody had said Gabriel Iglesias, who would be fun. I didn't know he collected toys, so
well,
cool.
he's got a massive Volkswagen collection of real Volkswagen. Yeah, he's got like 60 or 70 Volkswagens, buses and stuff like that.
Another guy that was mentioned was Larry Wood. Again, as much as I would like to have Larry out here, that would be, I don't know if it'd be kind of hard to get him to come out, because knowing how, if he's not going to the Nationals, I don't know if he would come out here. We would have to probably offer a whole bunch of cash and stuff. Mike, and I'm guessing, Pancho, you're referring to Zarnock. That would be great if we could have Mike come out. I know Mike likes us as a club and likes the members here. He's got close relationships with a few of us. And of course, definitely, the Wizards, we want them back as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, putting those two together, that would be, I think, a great show. Also, is there anybody else that you guys are thinking out there? I mean, besides other Mattel designers, obviously Brendan is up there, as a choice.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Are you being recorded?
Apparently, I don't know what is going on with my Ring device.
Siri's drunk.
No, it's not even Siri. It's my Ring, which I turned that off.
I would like to see
weird.
Manson come out. Manson, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that did the A-Team van. He's also done the Ecto 1. That's another one that he's really, really well known for. Very nice guy. Julian Coils would be another guy that I would like to see come out here, along with Matt Gabe. Matt Gabe would be very fun, very entertaining.
Yeah,
very personal.
Matt's a trip. All right, we're just going to turn that one off.
Yeah. Pancho says he's upstairs, by the way.
He better not be in my house.
Not like he hasn't.
Well, I know, but it's me. Open the door. Well, that's just it, Pancho. The one that's going off is my basement, which I have. It hasn't. I don't know what's going on with that thing. Very weird. Yeah, it hasn't gone off like that in quite some time. So I don't know why it's making noise today, because I have it all turned off anyways. So I'm really not sure why it's deciding to make its presence known. Maybe it's lonely. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to throw a party down here. Come out and hang out with the Hot Wheels.
I know I have. It's a great place to hang out.
Yeah.
Is there any other events you guys would like to see that we haven't done in a show? I think as winter comes around, we need to get back into the custom tutorials again. Those seem to be quite popular, even if they were a little chaotic with the live noises and everything like that. But that's what kind of made it fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there and building that. Or, do we just have a pop-up show maybe where this is how you do a wheel swap.
Yeah.
This is how you prepare for paint.
This is what happens when you buy a crappy paint can and it shoots paint all over the place, but on the car. Or this is what you can do if you can't find this or that. Or I've only built 3 customs in my entire life, and well, technically it's 4, but I'm still learning how to do it. So talking with great guys like Nick and Poncho and Lee and what is that?
That's a wheel swap I did.
Yeah, see, you can just do a simple wheel swap. I finished my build off car, and even though it most likely won't win, if I get tickets to St. Louis, I will be taking it with me to St. Louis, and I will be entering it into the actual Caldwell custom contest, just because I want to be able to say that, hey, I did it again, And who knows, by that time, maybe I will have enough lead out of my rear end to get my diorama done that I want to do and get my other custom that I want to do done as well. So, there's a few things that I want to try to get done. So,
yeah. What did you guys think of the venue in Fremont? Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Was there?
I liked it.
Was it
great?
Should it be somewhere else? Honestly, from a club standpoint, I think it was great.
Mm-hmm.
What we got for what we paid, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives the opportunity for us to continue to grow. And that's what I like.
Yeah.
It's that continuing to grow part.
Yeah. And like I said, I liked the venue. It was great. It was easy to find, plenty of parking. Air conditioning was perfect because it was a warm day and everybody inside was nice and cool. Some people were a little chilly. But overall, it was great. We were able to get cars in there to unload and load things for the vendors. Overall, it worked out really, really well. And I don't see any reason to change venues for a while. So,
yeah, just, I think we need to just work on promoting things a little bit more, getting it out to more places. Maybe we do need to look at some radio advertising or some other media or a Facebook ad. We did use the newsletter. I think that did get some traction and some notice.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, if you throw a frame around it, it's going to look really cool on your wall.
Yeah. All of those things play into it. But it doesn't work without the continued support of y'all here in the club.
Mm-hmm.
I know Omaha,
Omaha's a great location, but the biggest problem that we're having with Omaha is venues want Omaha prices. And what I mean by that is you can rent a space where we were at for a reasonable price. We looked at some places in Omaha about a year ago, and there was one place that wanted $20,000 for a day. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't have that money. The club doesn't have that kind of money, so it doesn't work. And unfortunately, if we have to truck a little bit farther outside of Omaha to be able to afford to put on these shows, we would love to eventually have it somewhere close to an airport or, where you could just get off the flight, walk across the street, boom, you're happy, But the price tag in the Omaha area is, and the one that we looked at was actually outside. It was just in.
it was right on on
It
the
was right
Sarpy
off
County
of
line.
right off the Giles exit there in Sarpy County next to the Cabela's. It was that hotel that was right there, and they wanted an arm and a leg, and that won't work. So unfortunately, we had to pass on that venue, but we're still looking. So, and we don't want to just jump into something. We don't like every time we have to switch locations, the show hurts. And we've noticed it over the last 5 or 6 years. It's never been just a one-time thing. In Norfolk, we had a lot of issues early on once some of the locations which we were using were finding out they would see all the people and they'd see all this money getting changed hands for cars. And they automatically went, oh, well, I can jack the rent up on these people because they have the money. Well, we didn't have the money at that time. And we don't want to get taken advantage of as a club. We want to be able to get the best venue for the best price so that way we can turn around and buy giveaway cars and raffle prizes and get things done to make ourselves a better club and make our club members enjoy the shows better. I'm in this to have fun with toy cars. I'm not in this to line someone else's pockets. So that's just that's my thought on the Omaha show, or the Omaha location as it sits right now. If we can find a venue that is within budget and size perfectly for us, maybe down the line it will be in Omaha. But as for right now, we're just gonna have to kind of hang out where we're at for right now. So,
and that's not to me meant to be a slide towards Fremont.
No.
Fremont is perfect for us right now. It is absolutely where I think we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's plenty of room to grow. The price is right. There's plenty of parking, like you've mentioned before. There's plenty of opportunities for us, and we've already started looking into some of the things. But we can't. We want to share them with you, but we don't have all the information that we need to put them out. And It would just be throwing something out there and then you guys getting your hopes up. And then if something falls through, then it's, disappointment. And we don't like disappointing people.
Nope.
But just to kind of take a little bit more off of what Brent was saying about the venues. I mean, we've seen is that it takes 2 to 3 shows before we get back to where we were at before. So I'm going to talk about the Ashland transition. Ashland was great to us, except the fact that it was literally the last show we were busting at the seams, and we had literally somebody set up outside because we could not get them into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And we had done everything possible to try to squeeze as much out of that place as we could. And we did. And then we had the opportunity to move to Elmwood. And the first show was about 150 people. Second show, 200, 225, 250. And it continues to grow because everybody knows where it's at. Mm-hmm. We've always said, if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Well, that's true. We're willing to go to someplace and set up, but understand that it takes maybe a couple of shows for that to get going again. And that's hard. Mm-hmm. I think that's why some of Norfolk suffers the way it does. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We started at the VFW. We basically got kicked out because of COVID and some other politics. And then we found the
Knights of Columbus
Hall, and that worked well for what we were trying to do. It wasn't in a bad location. It was just in a difficult location. So if you wanted to go get food or find it, we literally had somebody in the wrong town. I had to go get them.
I do remember that one. Yeah, it had a very weird address that was just, it always, and then they they started raising the rent on us because we were shoveling snow and trying to make things easy for them, and every time it was just turned around. Hey, we're going to go ahead and, the rent's gone up this month, for this next, your next show and stuff like that. And it got hard to deal with. So, but now we're at the bank and we've been there for, I don't know, we've done at least what, 5 or 6 shows there.
5 or 6 shows. Should be about the 3rd year going in.
Nice.
Because the bank's been there since 22. And the bank's been gracious to us. They've been very, very nice to us. So I gotta give a hats off to the bank, because they could have very easily said no, because that's a lot of people in that building that they may not want. And they've been very gracious to us because they're very big about helping the community. And this is really a community level thing. So, yeah, thank you for the kind words, Pancho.
Yeah, definitely glad to have you, Pancho, and, can't wait to hang out the next time.
Yeah, I appreciate the kind words there, Brian. Everybody puts in a lot of effort and a lot of hard work, and we all truly want the same thing, which is to be the best show, the best club, best at whatever we do.
That we can be.
Not for ourselves, but for you guys. It's not for us. We want to do this for you. So, like I said, we're just trying to get some more participation back into things again. I know with the Facebook, it doesn't really help because of their rules. So we're going to try to get people out onto VK again. So maybe we'll resurrect that as a streaming platform for us. But again, this has always been about you guys. Thanks, Brian. We really appreciate you coming out and, kind of just being there to answer questions about Fremont. So I appreciate that as well. We want to make this thing something special. I think we had a great, solid first show. Now we need to work on it to make it better for next year. Okay.
I'm ready to destroy some cardboard.
Me too, because we're getting to that end.
Yes,
and one other thing is we want people to be on the show. We haven't had anybody on in a while.
Yeah.
We really would. I mean, it can be anybody. It could be.
And we've had we've had brand new collectors, and we've had Leon, we've had Mr. Zornock, we've had everything
Bruce.
From beginner. Yeah, we've had Bruce Pascal on. So if and even if you're not 100% on board with it, you could come on we could do a little segment. You don't have to be on for the full hour. We could bring you on for 10 or 15 minutes, and we can step you into it. We don't have to do the whole thing, but we definitely would like to see some other people, because I don't want to just talk to this cat every time. I want to talk to some other people and have some fun. So, but while we're waiting for whatever he's doing, I'm going to open a new car, because 'tis the club new duck and roll, the glow duck version. Very happy that I was able to get a couple of these. So now I have the new shaded glow in the dark duck, and I do not have my black light flashlight with me. But this thing glows like just insanity, and it's so cool. But he looks lonely, looks like he's in need of a ride. I found this the other day. This made my entire year so far. I was able to find the Scrub-A-Dub driver. So we have another duck and roll with the only thing that I see I see this is here, let me get it out of this packaging, which I'm excited for this one. We saw this in person in Atlanta. So we were able to see the duck, and with the face, I consider it face tattoos. So there is the newest duck.
I think there's a sticker ended up by that thing too.
Yes, it did. And then you have the trailer, truck combo, bathtub. But the really neat thing is you can put the duck in the bathtub, but wait, it doesn't really, well, there, we'll do it that way. There, you can haul a couple of ducks.
Is the truck transparent?
No, it is a really gorgeous metallic bluish silver.
Nice.
I'll have to, here, let me see if I can, there we go. I don't know if it comes across.
That does now. It's nice.
Yeah, I personally want to find another one of these and do some customizing with one of these trucks because I'm sorry, but that's just sinister looking.
It is pretty nice.
And it's really low to the ground. Let me get my phone out here so you can, like that truck is, it needs a wheel swap and it needs some chrome. I think the exhaust stacks need a little bit of trimming with some little angular cut. But yeah, I think you could really trick this thing out into something really cool. But yeah, so that's my, oh, you got to put the bat, there we go. There we go. Now we're back together again. But yeah, so there's the new family. All the ducks are back together now. I now officially have all of the duck and rolls that they have released. So that makes me happy. Not like
Nice.
I needed more ducks in my life, but ducks work. Ducks are fun.
Okay, the other lesson for tonight is don't let your pups into your toy room.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I have one more. It was another really good find that I was super happy. What up, Scoob? It is the new Racerverse Mr. Machine with Scooby as the driver. I'm opening premiums here tonight, folks. That's all I can say. There we go. Now we got the new tricked out with Scooby. His tongue's hanging out. He's actually driving. His hands are on the steering wheel. It's hard to see. See if I go. You can kind of see it. Yeah. So there's the new Mr. Machine with Scooby driving. Which he can't be that good of a driver. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so this is for Rand Ellis. This is a Fire Passion. This is from the Firebird Raceway. So this was a special run car. It goes along with one of my other passions that I have. It's a red one. That's pretty much exactly like this, except where there's white, there's red. So this, I'm going to open this up for Rand. If he's in here, awesome. I'm sorry if you're not here. I will make a clip of the video and send it to you.
There you go.
And there it is. There is another Purple Passion, but this one is actually called Fire Passion.
I'll have to find one of those. I haven't seen one of those before.
Again, something else I've been starting to get into lately. And then it says on the back here. I'll see if I can make it focus. Firebird Raceway, and then the Hot Wheels logo on there. Again, we'll also take feedback and comments on anything you guys would like us to do with the show. Again, this is all about information and trying to learn about the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
As Brent's ripping his toy apart.
Well, it's not going to come off on the picture here, but if you look right here, there's a bar of soap underneath the water.
Okay.
Or at least that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if it's coming across on or not. I'll have to try to shoot a better picture of it. But it looks like it's a bar of soap.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's all we've got for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and on the later time. We will be back to the regular time of 7 p.m. If you would like us to do another show next week, we'll be happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we'll take a night off. This is all for you guys.
Sorry. There's a bath mat with little flowers on it.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I love the Easter eggs that designers hide in these things. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We appreciate you. And You know, like if you want to be on the show, shoot a message to me or Kent, and we'll get it. We'll make it happen.
Or any other admin. They'll let us
everybody.
know.
Yep.
There is the car for the night. This is the Passion. If you don't know what it is, go look it up on the Hot Wheels Wiki or the South Texas Diecast. Both are great resources to learn about any car that you could possibly imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And get out there and go hunt. Be kind to each other. Be kind to the people out on the socials, and go to a show and tell people about a show. Topeka next weekend, Boone the 17th, or no, Topeka the 17th, Boone the 24th. That's the pop-up picnic, or not the pop-up, but the picnic for that All Iowa puts out.
Mm-hmm.
There's other shows are running around. There's one in O'Neill, actually, the 17th. So that's a first-time show. But get out there, have fun, and go to a show.
As always, happy hunting.
Bye-bye.
Good night.